Alrighty, I'm coming on today, guys, because I'm going to show you some things. So I just found some proof for the meditations I did and with the mist mark with my twin flame and everything we've gone through. Listen to the meditation I did on the mist mark and correcting the mist mark and what we did in the South Pole. Listen to these recent meditations, you guys, and then watch this video I'm about to show you. And it's going to be mind-blowing. Sorry, I set this up wrong. Give me a second, and I'm going to show you this video. Okay, because I'm like, what the hell did I just hear? Shit is real. I don't think I did that right. Okay, hang on. Bear with me. I just got done with the damn interview. Let me get it right. Ah. Oh my gosh. Give me my right screen. Hang on, guys. This is complicated today. Bear with me. Super important video I gotta show you. I just started watching it, so it should be in my history. Okay. So he just, is this the right one? Yep. Okay. This is the one. I'm gonna share it with you. Listen to what he says and listen to my videos. Like, this is crazy. There's no denying who I am and what I have done. And there's just more proof.
Love light energy. Hello, my friends. So I welcome you in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. And in today's session, I channel the Galactic Federation in order to ask about, what happened, after we did the massive exposure of love light. We all gathered together on the 10th, and then we were able to send this massive love light energy to the South Pole.
So that's what we were supposed to do, my twin flame and I. There was so much love I had in me and passion, and I just wanted to give it to him. And it was right before that portal. And I told you, when he chose not to love me, we missed that mark. This is why. This explains it all.
So, from the previous sessions, we know that they said, in the South Pole, there had been some infiltration by the negative entities, and they were trying to hijack our timeline. Okay, but I believe we are like we did really well in that session, and after even the meditation ended, unfortunately there was some interruption at the time, and I don't know how it happened. Maybe it was because of like too much energy. Okay, like I've heard from some people that if you are able to create this high energy, then devices and stuff like that, they shut down. So in essence, I believe because the energy was so high, and I am still feeling the energy of that day's energy. It's still like I'm still feeling it. Like it was really an amazing experience.
He's talking a lot, but you guys remember I went to the South Pole in one of my meditations recently. Which one was that? I went to the South Pole and I pulled back that light and I started shoving it through the timeline, right? I pulled back our light and I shoving theirs through the timeline. They literally, this is crazy because I'm like, is everything I do real? And every time I question that, here's the proof. There's no way this guy would know what I did. Like, how can you make this up?
For me as well. And I know many of you also felt the same. And in this session, they tell us whether we were successful or not. Furthermore, after listening to this session, I literally I had to say, see you later to many things. Okay. You'll understand why I felt like that from my inside. Okay. And I believe you also feel the same if you listen to the session and you understand it. And I will also make you understand it. So in today's session, what they talk about is, okay. So they talk about, the connection between the mind, body, and the spirit. Now we all know, okay, like many people or other people also, they talk about changing timelines, and from my sessions also, they have many times mentioned the fact of changing timelines. But how does it happen? Okay, we don't know the exact process. Okay, so in today's session, they have explained the exact process of how when we like imagine or when we think, how does it actually change a timeline? So this is really interesting. Okay, I found this to be like so inspiring and so like fascinating that from now on I am 100% sure that whenever I do energy work or whenever I imagine with this kind of method, it will change the timeline. So I finally understand this is how it works. And this one was really like interesting for me as well. And they also talk about, in the middle, they talk about, they said that, on the 20th, okay, of October, which is coming now, in a few days, they are also trying to create this blanket of love light energy around Earth.
Please. See,
And
so we
also
do have another
they said
chance.
that, if possible, we should gather again for one, meditation, the same
Come on, twin flame, love me.
like we did on the
We got
10th.
no time.
It would be really impactful in the session. They said that, and also they talk about, they talk about, I believe they said that, the organization known as NASA, they were, I believe they were aware of
What's funny is all my twin flame has to do is be with me, guys. Let's pray for that. Let's bring down this love. We can do it.
Certain thing which is like happening in our galaxy, but they are not revealing it to the public. Maybe they are doing a cover up, okay? And towards the end of the video, they talk about, this is really, really interesting, okay? They talk about what is one original thought. So they give us a brief, idea of what is one original thought. And they tell us, what makes or what constitutes one original thought, okay? So this is really interesting session. And I hope you enjoy this session. And after that, I will give you my understanding. So here's the session, my friends.
That's a long intro.
Federation, and we are now communicating through this instrument in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. And before we communicate through this instrument via the process of thought form osmosis, remember to preserve and conserve your free will that has been granted by the one infinite creator. We are now sending our thought forms through the vocabulary sound vibratory complex of this instrument. Furthermore, we are now communicating to address the queries placed by this instrument, which pertain to the aspect known as the effects of the meditation conducted by the collective consciousness on the 10/10 of the October month. On this regard, we are of the opinion that the meditation waves led to a culmination of love and light energies, which had a tremendous impact on the purification of the South Pole. Furthermore, the negative.
So if you know what I've been doing with my twin flame and everything else, we missed the mark, right? But then I did that video to redo the mark. And so now we may have another opportunity. So come on, twin flame, be my hero, be my man, and be God's hero. All right, let's do this. I have all the proof right here for you in all my videos.
Entities who are lodged at the South Pole have now only retained a number of around 1% of the entities, as 99% of the entities have now fled the Earth planets and are now trying to project and use an asteroid to project negative energies towards the Earth.
So this, I'm going to tell you guys, so this is why we've been telling you to watch your thoughts, stay out of your head. They were hitting me hard, remember? And then we had divine intervention with my twin flame and I, and every day I was waking up with more layers of how I hurt him, and I got through mine. And then there was a shift, you guys. I no longer had any feeling of any kind of need for addiction. I stopped crying last night. I couldn't sleep, but there was no need to cry. Like, I feel like I've moved mountains again. I really, really do. And I can only hope that he feels it too, and that he's ready to come back home, right? Because I feel like it's still going to be okay.
Planet, and many scientists on your planetary sphere have also become aware of this aspect. However, they may be hiding the fact from the so-called population of the human collective that the negative entities are projecting negative energies towards the Earth planet from an asteroid in the Milky Way of your galaxy. The so-called organization, known in your language terms as NASA, has already acknowledged the fact of these energies
However, they have not revealed the information to the public
Interesting.
in order not to cause any disharmony amongst the human population.
So that's also what they do with you with all these earthquakes and the actual magnitude of them. So they downgrade everything, they make everything seem like, oh, it's okay. And then that way you're blindsided, right? Like, let's not create fear, but let's create a blind situation where everybody gets hit without knowing it was coming. Which is better? I don't know.
As this energy is being directed from the asteroid by the reptilians, the Anunnakis, and the Orion Collective, in order to try to counteract the love light energy barrier created over the Earth planet after the so-called energy timeline shifting of the Earth planet conducted by many entities at that time period.
So remember with my twin flame, it came out in that meditation that he especially was being shrouded by somebody who does voodoo, black magic. And I see that, I can feel it. I felt her doing it the other day. So that's real. Like, we were both being affected by negative energy. Every time that I would try to pull away from Sean and get to my twin flame, something would come in. Like, either, he would push harder or he would try to sleep with me. Like, this was real. On October 4th, he came over. I didn't realize it was his birthday, and he was trying to sleep with me hardcore. And I did not. I guarantee you I can't sleep with anybody. I still don't want to, except for my twin flame. I'm very loyal. But you guys, this stuff is very real. You can look through all my videos. Please watch all my recent twin flame stuff, the meditations that I did for it. This shit's real and crazy, and this is blowing my mind. Like, I love this.
The after effects of the so-called meditation led to a creation of the barrier around the Earth planet, which has now provided a protective layer and prevents the penetration of any negative entities. In this regard, we shall provide information that the so-called meditation was highly successful, for each entity participated with full zest and vigor, and the results of the meditation were successful in dispelling the negative entities from the South Pole.
I did it. You guys, he's talking about the meditation I did. Watch my meditation, the redirecting and the twin flame healing. Watch those two. The healing the masculine twin flame that I recently did, that I had to re-upload because the volume was weird the first time, and then the realignment of the Miss Mark. Watch those two and this video, and you are going to crap your pants.
And only a remainder of around 1% of these entities are hiding beneath the layers of protective materials created, which in essence counteract the negative energies, and they counteract the love light energies by negative polarity. Furthermore, we shall now describe how the shifting of the timeline occurred, so that many entities on your planetary sphere may understand the knowledge that can be used for the purpose of shifting the timelines. We shall now describe the process, which is very simple. The process is the trinity of the mind, body, and the spirit complex, which means those entities on your planetary sphere who are of the opinion of understanding the process of timelines shifting can use the process of triggering the mind, body, and the spirit in the one original thought of the one creator, which means that the mind can trigger aspects of thought forms and imagination sequences, which can then lead to the triggering of certain neurons on.
So what he is saying is exactly what happened with my twin flame and I. If you watch the videos, I pulled a snake out of him, I pulled daggers out of him, and I didn't realize this in real time. It's always channeled. Like, these energies, this lady is not light, and I can see it, and I didn't know that at first. And every time he was going to reach out, I could see her. I've seen her look at me. She is not dumb, like, at all. She was like, It's like that's what darkness does. It penetrates into your mind, like I've told you guys, and then it gets you to think, and that's what he's saying in a simpler form. Then it gets you to think certain thoughts. It gets your body physicality to change. It messes with your chakra system. It messes with your behaviors. Then all of a sudden he couldn't see me anymore. He lost his source to God. It's in the videos. Like if you watch my videos, it even says that in there. He was losing his connection to source.
The brain complex of each entity, and this leads to the leading of creation of hormones inside the physical vehicle of each entity, which then leads to an appropriate chemical or a hormone, which leads to the body of such an entity feeling the equivalent emotion as triggered by the thought form or the imaginary sequence. This, in essence, if continued and persisted up.
It makes so much sense, you guys. That's why all of a sudden Sean would come over here in those times. Like I'm putting it all together. It wasn't just affecting him, it was affecting me as well. But I was able to see it and I was able to correct it. And I'm so thankful. Watch that South Pole, you guys. This is crazy. It's like blowing my mind who I am. I have to prove it to myself every day.
Upon, and if the energy and the vibration of the new emotion is balanced, and once it reaches the subconscious part of the entity, this emotion and the vibration is then transported upward and through the so-called silver cord by your people, which in essence is a type of cord which runs from the base of the spine through the energy centers of each physical vehicle to the top of the crown chakra of each entity. And this so-called silver cord is in essence connected directly to each entity's higher self, which is located in the realm known as the time-space quantum realm, as known by your people.
You guys, this might be why I have you draw that light up this cord. Remember, I tell you, I have you draw that light up at the back all the way up to your crown, and then we shoot it back down. And Jacinthe said her eye was opening up and she did that. So use my tools.
And also in that reality, because the energetic feelings have now been transported from the subconscious part of the mind, it leads the vibration to transmit, and slowly, within a matter of days, the energies is transported to the so-called higher self of such an entity. And based upon the energy vibrations, the higher self then leads the so-called timeline for such an entity to experience the same vibration in the coming days, in the future timeline on the Earth planets. In essence, the higher self then allows the soul of the entity to create the timeline and choose the timeline of the appropriate vibration.
So that's it. My twin flame vibrates with me, not with darkness. He is beautiful. Me. It's all about vibration. Our home.
Also remember that the vibrations have different qualities. There may be a mixture of vibrations, such as, example, when entities they feel happy and at the same time they feel fear. This will lead to a diluted amount of happiness, which is then transported, and the same type of vibrational match is created on the quantum reality, giving rise to the shift of timeline.
And that's what threw him off was fear.
In essence, this is how the so-called meditation was effective, because during the meditation, the aspect known as the love light energies were able to transfer and transmit to the higher self because of being pure love light energies. And this led to the entering of the earth into a timeline wherein there are no negative entities on the South Pole.
Yes, we did it. I did it still. We still did it. Now we just need to bring the love down. Come on, baby, be the hero.
Furthermore, we shall now address the other query placed by this instrument, which pertains to the upcoming days, also known as the 20th of October. As stated in the previous sessions, we are now going to create a barrier of love light energies strong enough to withstand the energetic vibrations of negative polarity
I hope so.
approaching from
Come on,
an
baby, you can be
asteroid
the hero now. You be the
known
hero.
as Bernini Bernstein.
You can do it.
Furthermore, we would recommend those entities who want to participate in such an event shall hold a mass meditation on that day.
So either way, we'll do it. I'm still hoping I get to unite with my twin flame. Spirit still has hope for that. And I know there's love in his heart. And so I feel like I'm doing my part. I'm doing everything I can, you guys. I really am. I know it was a mess on here, but when you put this all together and you can see that this twin flame thing is all a part of this ascension, it's not normal. Everybody was looking at it like I was just heartbroken and there was divine intervention. So I was literally being forced every night to see the pain I've caused him. And I have a feeling he's been going through the same thing, or he's about to go through the same thing. And I just want to love and support him. And I feel like I've done everything I can to do so. And I'm going to continue raising my vibration, you guys. All right. So I have hope that through everything we've done and through the love he still holds in his heart and I hold in my heart, and this twin flame journey still has a chance. So I don't know if there's going to be a meditation coming from me. They tend to pop out of nowhere. So just keep your eyes peeled. You guys, you cannot deny what I did to what this guy said. He just released this today. He just released this today. How in the hell can he get what I did in my meditations? He doesn't watch my channel. My channel is very secluded for a reason. It's been that way. I have a few subscribers. I don't show you guys how many I have. There's quite a few on there, but there's not like everybody else, right? Like I don't have the ones he has. So there's no reason he pays attention to what I do. And the fact that he just described what I did in my meditation blows my freaking mind. It's crazy proof right here for you guys, who I am, gods of time, and what I've been doing. How can you deny any of this? This is mind blowing to me. And I feel empowered now. And I'm like, screw this. Like, I'm going to take over the world. Like, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that even though I was being heartbroken by my twin flame, I saw past that. I saw past that. I fought for him. I fought for us. And all he has to do now is step into that love and he can be a superhero. And I think it's beautiful. I really do. And now he can show. I told you we had like so much to overcome. Darkness is very real, you guys. It's very real. That's why it's super important to stay out of your mind space and to keep our vessel more open so we can understand what's going on, because he was so in fear and heartache and afraid that I was going to hurt him. It was easy for him to be manipulated by her. And it's in the videos. Watch my videos, you guys, the last few meditations I've done with this twin flame thing, and then watch this one. It's going to blow your mind because it blew mine. Thanks for watching. I will post this link, hopefully I'll remember, in the video here in uno momento, so you can watch the video again yourself. It's crazy. I'm just like mind blown. That's all I know. I'm absolutely mind blown. Are you? Have a good day. Maybe I'll do some messages too, or a meditation. Who knows what's coming through? Hasta la vista.